Hey guys, Mark Lyon here, Lion Horses, helping you be the person your horse deserves. And today I've got a little funny observation about the weather and also your environment. And so, yeah, it's just an interesting thing. There's macro and micro reasons why people succeed or things happen. And so I'm going to go over one of maybe the micro. So there's a bigger percentage of horses, horse trainers, and money earners in Texas, Arizona, southern states, Florida, than North Dakota. And so anyway, I'm originally from Nebraska, and I called home the other day, and a friend of mine was talking to me, and they've had a snowstorm there. In fact, it's been pretty cold. They've got quite a bit of snow. It's been kind of miserable. Yeah. So anyway, they were telling me that they were kind of, they don't have a big indoor, so they've got a little shelter. So they've got a little, it's probably a 40-foot or so indoor little round pen kind of deal. So that's where they're riding. And I was like, man, I remember those days. And, down here, it's way easier to work outside. And so we get a lot more days to ride. It's nicer weather. And it reminded me that our environment is a considerable input on how we grow. If you watch trees that are maybe up north more, their growing season isn't as long. So they don't get as much growth per year. So the trees grow a little bit, it's tougher to grow per foot. Where trees more south, they got a longer growing season. And so one of the things that it tends to limit our ability to improve when we can't ride and we can't do it. Not that there's not things we can do to work around it, but our environment. And one of the things that we can control about our environment is our friends. And if you, one thing I've noticed that I think a lot of horse trainers move south because the weather is nice. And that's definitely a reason. But one of the things I think is probably equally as important, but not as recognized, is the amount of horse trainers that are in the area and the amount of good horse trainers that are in the area. And so, while I think it's nice that I can ride, a better percentage of the year because it's, good weather during the winter, I think that my ability has improved and my horsemanship has improved because of the trainers that are in this area that I can go visit. So if I want to work on reining, I can go to a bunch of reiners right around here that are really good. And I can learn way more from them than I could if I just stayed home. Even though the weather's nice and I can ride a lot, if I go to those guys, it's going to help me. If I want to do cutting or I want to do cow horse or I want to do roping, there's a lot of guys around here that are really good. And so I can go over to them. And I think the environment that you have, I'm kind of talking about, the weather, but really our friends that we have around us are an environment. And if we choose good friends to have around us, they can inspire us, they can lift us up, they can motivate us, they can push us when we're a little bit lazy. If you have a good friend group that always goes to the gym and you don't show up, next day they're going to call you. Hey, where are you at? Where you lazy bum, and they kind of motivate you if you kind of are sliding or you're getting lax or you're just not doing as good as you're not putting the effort into that you could. So it's one of those things. The environment will have probably a pretty good size advantage. And so we need to be able to recognize that and be around guys, be around friends that inspire us, that challenge us, that motivate us, that keep us going. So that's the one thing. And then the other thing is be that person. There's going to be guys that I look up to that mentor me, that I go to for advice. And then there's also people that come to me for advice. And so I need to make sure that as much as I'm motivated and inspired and yeah, held accountable by those guys that I want to be like, that I need to be doing the same thing for those that are coming to me for advice. So I need to be, have a little obligation to inspire them and to help them along and to encourage them and yeah, help them be on their journey. So anyway, that's one of the things I just thought about this week as I was thinking about the environment and how I'm sure glad I'm not north right now, because it's by golly cold and it would be way more difficult to get the amount of work done that I would do in a day. And man, I'm blessed to be in Texas right now where it's pretty nice. I'm actually over by Houston and it was nice today. It was 60 and like I say, they're sub-zero up there north. So anyway, remember, we're all trying to be the person a horse deserves, and hopefully you guys will be that to the people that are looking up to you, and also find some friends, find some environment that you can grow and that will help you and encourage you to grow. Catch you guys later.